On Sunday morning, President Trump tweeted an attack on the 1619 Project, threatening to withhold funding from California schools teaching the popular journalism project focused on the rise and impact of slavery in the United States. With his newest tweet, the president's actions raise a troubling question: why is the Trump administration threatening to censor the way schools teach about the history of slavery and racism in the United States? The president's assertion came in response to a tweet from an unverified account stating that California schools were teaching the 1619 Project curriculum. In response, Trump tweeted, "Department of Education is looking at this. If so, they will not be funded." The 1619 Project is a long-form journalism and multimedia initiative of the New York Times Magazine, started in August of 2019, 400 years after African slaves first landed on the shores of America. In its own words, the project aims to reframe the country's history by placing the consequences of slavery and the contributions of Black Americans at the very center of our national narrative. Recently, the 1619 Project teamed up with the Pulitzer Center to develop school curriculum to use 1619 Project content in classrooms. Trump's Sunday morning tweet continues a trend of his administration's provocative actions regarding educational approaches to racial injustice in America. For example, on Friday, the Trump administration announced that it was planning to cease diversity training that it deemed anti-American. In a two-page memo addressed to the leadership of federal agencies, Office of Management and Budget Director Russell Vought specifically directed federal executives to begin the process of identifying contracts with race-related content that it finds offensive. All agencies are directed to begin to identify all contracts or other agency spending related to any training on critical race theory, white privilege, or any other training or propaganda effort that teaches or suggests either 1. That the United States is an inherently racist or evil country, or 2. That any race or ethnicity is inherently racist or evil, the memo states. Despite the timing, Trump's tweet isn't the first instance the Trump administration and its allies targeted the 1619 Project. In July, Senator Tom Cotton (RR) introduced congressional legislation, titled the Saving American History Act of 2020, with the stated purpose of preventing federal funds from being made available to teach the 1619 Project curriculum in elementary schools and secondary schools. The proposed legislation claims that an activist movement is now gaining momentum to deny or obfuscate this history by claiming that America was not founded on the ideals of the Declaration of Independence but rather on slavery and oppression.